Welcome, my dudes, to a casted game of Age of Empires 4. Spawning in the left-hand side of the map, we have Kasva, who's going to be playing the Mongols for us today in the colour red. On the right-hand side of the map, in the colour green, we've got Give You Anxiety, who's also going to be playing the Mongols. We've got a nice little Mongol mirror here. We're on the map. Dry Arabia. Is this Dry Arabia? Yeah, it is Dry Arabia. Sometimes I get a little bit confused with these forests. Sometimes it can look like Lipany. I feel like those two maps are very similar, especially when you get the no cliff spawn on Lipany. Anyway, we have a Mongol mirror for you guys today. And two very high level players. Give You Anxiety and Kasva. Very high up there on the ladder at the moment. Give You Anxiety. Absolute madman when it comes to playing Age of Empires 4. Always on the grind on the ladder. So are we going to be seeing any tower rushing coming out of these two players today? Nothing so far. We'll have a look at the resource count. Nothing yet. What is GUA doing with this GUA? Is he doing scouting with it? You can get sheep to... That's cool. That is really cool. Okay, GUA pulling out some strats here. You can get sheep to follow your GUA. Interesting. But what's also interesting is that Give You Anxiety is going to be going for that early barracks. It's going to be a bit of a tower rush, it seems, onto Kasva. But has Kasva... He's placed down his GUA, but has nothing on the gold mine at the moment. So GUA actually doing something quite cool here with the GUA. If he's not going to be using it now, he might as well scout a bit with it. He's managed to pick up one sheep because of that. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. Take a look over here with Give You Anxiety. He's just queued up his first double batch of spearmen over here for Kasva. Not deciding to go for any sort of Dark Age play. Kasva here, he is going to be able to spot this out. Khan's going to be taking a few shots at each other over here. And is GUA going to be pulling a Vil with this as well? Yes, he is. He's going to be pulling a Vil. So it is going to be a tower rush. We saw it in a couple videos ago. We had a tower rush where it wasn't a tower rush. It was just early spearman push. And it worked really well because it pushed the opponent off the gold, but they didn't need to invest into towers or anything, which worked really well. It saved a lot of wood, but GUA not deciding to go for that approach, deciding to go with the tower. So pulling that Vil as well. Has he got more spearmen in queue? He doesn't have any more spearmen in queue, so deciding to only stick with the two. Oh no, sorry, my bad. Four. He's got 4. I think he's sticking with that. That's a normal amount. But is Kasva going to have enough gold? Yes, he is. He's got plenty of gold at the moment. So unfortunately, this tower rush is a little bit slow. But that's alright. It's still denying Kasva off the gold. And Kasva doesn't really have a gold nearby. Like, he has nothing this side of the map. His closest gold would be this one out here. Wow, that's really surprising, actually. Kasva can move away his GUA though, so he's going to be able to pull that one back. And Kasva can age up. 4 Vils on the deer stones right there. The outpost is going up, however. And Kasva could be in some trouble trying to find himself some more gold. All the gold somehow spawned on the right hand side of the map. So that's, we do have one over here actually. So Kasva could go for this one, but that's still a distance away. And GUA could actually look to tower that one up as well. No more spearmen on the way for GUA. Let's have a look at his resource count. He's almost there for enough food for the age up. He's got enough gold. He might want to grab himself a wheelbarrow while he's there as well. While he's stacking up that extra gold. So we'll have to see what Kasva decides to go into as soon as he ages up. Is it going to be the archer play we see most players do when it comes to defending a tower rush? We can see GUA is going to be aging up now. It's going to be the deer stones in the base. And the second tower's going up for GUA. Both golds are really unlucky spawn here. Like, poor Kasva, he's going to have to move really far out for this gold. So he's going to have to invest in towers over here. or maybe a wall. But this is a really risky gold mine, because if you send Vils out there and they get caught, that could be a game winning or game losing scenario for Kasva. We see the Khan is being a pain over here. Oh, good pick by Kasva right there. Khan manages to escape as well. Wow. So Kasva getting really lucky right there, picking off the Vil. Definitely what he needs in this situation. We see GUA is 1 Vil behind now. And we do have archers starting to come out for Kasva. It's going to be double... Oh, sorry, my bad. Not archers. It's going to be Mangadai. Double producing Mangadai. Interesting. I mean, I guess it works. GUA's gold is quite far away from the town centre. And Mangadai are absolutely amazing at kiting everything here. The spears, the Vils. So it means GUA is going to have to invest in Sao if he wants to keep this gold under control. But to be honest, I mean, it's looking pretty grim for Kasva. Like, he's got no gold. He's going to need gold eventually. And, yeah, we'll have to see how he deals with that. I wouldn't be surprised to see siege engineering coming out for a ram. Or maybe just even massing up a few scouts, maybe. But Mangadai definitely aren't going to do too well up against these towers. They get absolutely shredded by anything arrow-related. Even in the range of this town centre, they would get absolutely destroyed. But we see Kasva's moving around here onto this gold mine. But luckily for GUA, he's moved everything away already. GUA also going with an archery range now. Maybe looking to go into Mangadai of his own. Or maybe even looking to go into archers to try and counter Kasva's Mangadai. We'll have to see. But not a lot going on at the moment. Kasva is still goldless. Oh, my bad. Wrong button right there. We take a look at Kasva. He's got a lot of wood. Is he going into a second town centre? Because I think it's 900 wood for a Mongol town centre. Yeah, 900 wood. So I think he's going to be going for a second town centre. Where is that second town centre going to be, though? Go moving out over there. We see Vils being pulled now. There's the second town centre. It's going to be on this deer patch. So Kasva's going to be able to extend his villager lead even more. And currently both players are goldless. We see Kasva's here is just patrolling the gold mine right here. So, I mean, if they're both goldless, this is pretty good for Kasva. Especially on 2 town centres. He's going to be able to get an eco lead. Which means then he can just stick to H2 and pump out units. And eventually he should be able to overtake GUA. But he needs to make sure that GUA cannot age. And currently GUA is very far away. He's not got any food in the bank, no gold in the bank. And GUA doesn't have a second town centre. But this is a lot of villagers on wood. 24 villagers. I feel like GUA might be wanting to go for a second town centre of his own as well. We see Kasva over here. He's queued up a gold. 6 villagers on here. Only 5 can fit inside of this tower, so 1 may be going down. Upgrades coming in for GUA on the spearman. So Kasva's secured himself up some gold here. He's pulling quite a few archers here, actually. Not as many as GUA, though. GUA should be able to easily clear this up, especially with more reinforcements coming from the north here. Tower helping out as well. Arrow slits coming in there as well. We see GUA still has no gold. So it's kind of swapped around here. GUA does have enough wood though for another town centre. So he's going to be going for that second town centre as well. Take a look at the Vil camp right now. Kasva's still ahead by 2 villagers now. So that second town centre being up slightly earlier has paid off a little bit. I think it's still going to take a while for this second town centre to come up for GUA. Lots of idle time there as well, having 11 villagers on that town centre. It seems like both players are just trying to stick to H2 at the moment. 2 archery rangers out for Kasva. 1 out for GUA. So Kasva's in a pretty decent position right now. He's got the Vil lead, he's secured himself up some gold. He's got quite a massive archers right now as well. Some Mangadai as well, but the Mangadai aren't going to do too well up against GUA. GUA does have some archers somewhere. But Mangadai are always nice just to do some poking, especially on gold mines and Here's GUA's archers. So both town centers for GUA are in the base right here. So he's going to be able to keep a nice defense on this area. Pasture's now coming up for GUA as well. Something that Kasva does not have to do yet, because he decided to place that second town center onto the deer patch, which GUA didn't do. I mean, yeah, he had the opportunity to. I would say over here is pretty decent. You could secure up the deer, you could secure up the gold, but that's not what he decides to do. And Kasva's going to run himself into the spearman right there. One Mangadai going down, but Kasva is able to kite and does manage to take out a couple spearmen here. I think that's going to be another one going down as well. Lots of villagers on gold there. They need to be careful, but archers are here, and archers are going to be able to defend up this area. Mangadai are not going to want to take that fight at all. Kasva's mass of archers is on the way, however. And he's got quite a few more archers than GUA. GUA does not want to take this fight. Let's have a look at the resource camp right now. It seems like Kasva wants to go for that castle age. He's also got the military mass right now. What is GUA doing with all the resources? This is what he's doing. He's investing it into pastures. Which, I mean, is probably good for long term, considering Kasva currently has none. But for the time being, Kasva's going to be in quite a lead, especially if he can get to the castle age with the military mass at hand already. GUA having to retreat back into the base. We have double stable coming out for GUA. Looking to go into horseman, maybe? I think he's a little bit far off going towards the castle age and going into lancers, but the stables will definitely help out later as well when he ages up. Take a look over here. Kasva's not far from aging now. I would be very surprised to see anything but the stepbred out here. We have a ram coming up as well, looking to try and finally get rid of these towers. And Kasva doing a really good job here, just pushing Give You Anxiety back into the base. He's trying to take out the sheep here. It's a pretty smart move, to be honest, taking out the sheep before they get into the near this town center. 24 vils on food for GUA. GUA is trying to rush that age up. All of his vils on food, but he's got none on gold. That's his issue. He's got literally none on gold. He can't age up. Both of the stables were cancelled as well. Very interesting to see there. We see Kasva has enough to age up. He's going to be aging up. There's the stepbred out. 10 vils on the stepbred out here on the large gold mine. But this is the problem for GUA. He's got no gold. His gold over here. Kasva's retreated, so maybe he is able to finally mine up enough gold. But that's big delays right there. GUA's had to invest into some horsemen as well. See both stables over here. He must have moved them. My bad. So he's double producing horsemen right now. And he looking to get the rest of that gold for the age up. And Kasva's just sort of retreating. He knows he's going to be the first to age up. And he's looking to go into lance as I would expect. There's the age up. So many vils onto gold there. Wow. Kasva really wanting to gather up a lot of gold. Probably to get some upgrades, lances as well. And Kasva doing a good job picking up some vils. We take a look at the vil count. Kasva's ahead by 4 villagers at the moment. So GUA really not making the... I mean, these horsemen are kind of useless now that Kasva and GUA are both going to be in castle age. Lancers are just so much more superior. And I suppose Kasva's not actually queuing up any units here. You could queue up 2 lancers. But deciding not to yet. Maybe he's grabbing the archer upgrades and stuff first. But he's got a lot of vils on gold. I'm not sure what he's doing with this. He's got 18 vils. So that'd be an extra 9 vils. So that'd be like 27 vils are on gold right now for Kasva. Which is quite a lot. And he is grabbing his veterancy upgrade for the archers, so he's looking to move out now. But Kasva needs to be careful. There are still horsemen on the battlefield. Granted, there's not many of them. There's only 6. But Kasva still needs to be careful, especially if a couple of lancers come out from these stables. Kasva could be in a tricky position. He's got lancers of his own coming out, but he needs to get a few more out. Especially fighting all of this gold right now. He needs more food for these lancers. Kasva pushing into the base right now. 15 bills. This is a lot of town center fire right here. Kasva does not want to be taking this. Many archers are going to be going down here. Mongol archers just look so cool when they hit their veterancy upgrade. It's just a shame that archers in a castle age are just... they're kind of useless, to be honest. Like, they're alright at the beginning of castle age, but near the mid and end, they're just kind of weak. Mainly because of lancers, knights, men-at-arms, mangonels. They just kind of get wrecked by a lot of things, and spearmen aren't that much of a... like, they can still get killed by other mangonels and, you know, crossbow. So archers just kind of fall off in castle age. But, yeah. Prayer tent coming down for GUA as well. He wants to secure up a few relics. Kasva is already going to be there, however. Producing some monks. Did he double produce them? I don't think he did. One coming in already. The ram's coming down as well. Kasva's looking in a better and better position. GUA's got quite a few vills onto golds as well. Engagement going down over here. That's quite a big horseman and knight mass right there for GUA. I'm surprised he doesn't just take the fight. He could probably take this. There's nothing inside of the towers. And there's only 2 lancers here. There's 2 more here now for Kasva, but GUA could have very easily have taken the fight. He's got a couple crossbowmen there as well. I see no reason why he didn't take the fight. Because GUA really needs to take a decisive fight right here. And then he'll be in a lead. But the longer he waits, I feel like it's only going to get worse and worse. Mainly because of Kasva securing up the map right here. We can see slowly moving around, building outposts everywhere. And that's really not what you want in a Mongol mirror. You really want to take control of the map as the Mongols. And when you're losing positions like these larger gold mines, that's when you know you're not in a great position. Especially when Kasva's now looking to take out this Uvu. Fortunately for GUA, he has some horsemen here that should be able to take out the battering ram. We see GUA is just looking to try and take out this tower here. Does a pretty good job doing so. Gets a little bit of bounty for it. And now an engagement starts. Mangonel is out for Kasva as well. Not going to be doing too much damage up against the lancers here. Kasva might want to pull back this Mangonel. That's going to be a lot of damage onto those archers if the Mangonel shot gets off. Archer's doing a pretty decent job up against these lancers. The lancers have no upgrades. Whereas for Kasva, he's got all of his upgrades for the archers. So GUA is going to have to pull back. He did have a blacksmith over here. Yes, it had to retreat back in. Unfortunately for GUA, these lancers are going to be going down pretty quick when you have all these upgrades for Kasva. And Kasva's looking in a better and better position. Took a really good fight there. He's got 2 mangonels up as well. GUA really needed to take that fight a lot earlier. He's got a couple of lancers sitting in the town center as well. I'm not sure if he knows about that. He might want to take those out. There we go, he does. But we can see Kasva's just slowly pushing forwards with all of these towers. He's got a villa over here. I'm sure he'll move over here eventually. And now a traction trebuchet coming down for Kasva. Looking to start to destroy some of these towers and maybe some of these production buildings. Force GUA Anxiety to pull back. And now this is where the issue starts for GUA. He's run out of gold over here. He's going to have to start to push out over here. And this is when raiding from Kasva can become really, really effective. You're going to have to split up your army. What do you want to defend? Your base or your vills on the gold? And this is why map control is so important with the Mongols, especially when you don't have any walls. Traction trebuchet starting to take some shots out on the second town center. Does have to retreat back. And this is where GUA Anxiety is exposing lots of vills here. 27 vills right here. If these mangonels can sneak up a little bit and take a shot on these will all be dead. As GUA, sorry, does not have his textiles upgrade. These would all be dead in 2 shots. It's something I love to do a lot with up against the Mongols. Just get two mangonels and try and snipe all of those vills. I've done it a couple times and they just GG after. But GUA has a couple springles right here. Going to be able to 2-shot these mangonels. Or 1-shot as there's 2 of them. So Kasva does have to retreat. He's going to have to get some springles of his own. We see over here Kasva looking to do a bit of raiding as well. Let's take a look at the Vil camp right now. Kasva is way ahead. Wow. He's on a third. He's going for the third town center. Kasva's way ahead. And we see GUA over here. He's going to be in some issue. Oh, there's 10 Vils right there that cannot fit inside the towers. He's building another one. If Kasva moves up here, this could be really bad for GUA. He's going to be able to save at least another 5. But that could have been a lot worse. GUA pulls some lances of his own over here now as well, so he should be able to be absolutely fine over there. We see Kasva not actually doing a lot at the moment. He's got a lot of gold and a lot of wood. He could be able to build some springolds, but deciding not to at the moment. Very surprising to see. Not really sure what he's up to at the moment. He's got quite a crossbowman mass. There we go. There are the springolds. 3 springolds coming out for Kasva. We see over here, GUA was able to repel those lancers. We see a traction trebuchet coming out from Give You Anxiety as well, looking to try and sort out these outposts. Definitely what you want from Give You Anxiety. He needs to try and take back some of this mid ground. Three springolds for GUA. 4 springolds for Kasva. Kasva should be able to take a better fight here, as he can one-shot 2 of the springolds, where for Kasva, for GUA, he can only one-shot 1 of them. Mangonel's doing some good damage there as well. Kasva looking to push forwards a little bit now. Even more springolds coming out. Whoever wins the next fight, I feel like it's going to be a good game. Kasva's way ahead on Vils, though. Though GUA's not too far behind. If GUA can make a bit of a push out and take some of this mid ground, Kasva might not be in a very good position, especially with so much exposed over here. And we now see a fight starting. Springolds firing upon each other. Lancers trying to get on in the action. But lots of spearmen here for Kasva. 13 spearmen. And GUA doesn't really have a lot against that. He's got no mangonels. A mangonel right here would be so nice for GUA. Taking out all of this mass. GUA doing a good job with micro, though. He managed to win the springold fight. And because of that, these mangonels are going to be going down. One shot does get off. GUA manages to avoid it. It's a pretty good fight for GUA, though. Although I don't think he's got the mass. GUA managed to out-micro, but he just doesn't have the mass. And he has no mangonel either. If a mangonel was still alive at the end of this for GUA, he would be in such a good position. And Kasva has captured all 3 sacred sites. He should be able to... I think he might be able to get a sacred site victory here, especially with GUA losing so much of the mass here. We're going to keep an eye on the timer. 15 minutes from now. Or 10 minutes, sorry. Is it 10 or 15? I can't remember. I think it's 10. And now we see Kasva moving into the base of GUA. Give You Anxiety is going to have to retreat with all of his Vils. We see more and more reinforcements coming in. 2 traction trebuchets taking shots onto the town centers right now. This is not looking good for Kasva. I think GUA has lost. Yeah, there it is. GG gets called. Well played over to Kasva. What a Mongol mirror that was. If you did enjoy this, guys, please do feel free to leave a like. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.